like a wake-up call. Like I really feel like this is a wake-up call. I feel like I'm getting to a new beginning. It feels so fresh, and I don't know. It's probably because like I have so many things on my list that I feel like I want to accomplish this year. And so that have me feeling like I'm walking into like a whole new life. So y'all, I had to pull out my fun Friday side because I don't know. I don't like being bottled up. How do I feel at age 30? So I just turned 30 1 hour ago. So I really don't know how I feel yet. I feel very useful, excited, happy, ambitious, and all. So I got so much to bring to my 30s. I'm like officially grown. I feel like I'm officially grown. At age 30, that's what I feel like right now. Things that I've learned in my 20s. Well, I learned not to prioritize perfection because there were moments in my life when I felt like I needed to, well, I still feel that way because I think I'm kind of like a perfectionist, which is not a good thing because being a perfectionist will cause you to literally not do anything because you see one vision and that's the vision you want to carry through. And if you don't get to that vision, you won't go through with it. So I don't want to be a perfectionist. I learned that I'm not going to prioritize perfection anymore because I don't want anything to slow me down from where I'm trying to get to. So that is one thing that I learned in my 20s. Another thing I learned that life doesn't stop. So you can't sit around and procrastinate and say, oh, I'll get to this later and I'll get to that later, or stick in relationships with people that are not good for you, or stay bonded to people that are not good for you, and you want to see people's potential instead of seeing people for who they are. So in my 30s, well, in my 20s, I learned to start seeing people for who they are and not for their potential. Because when you hold on to someone's potential, you potentially hold on to the fact that they can keep you down forever. Because potential means that you see good in them, but it doesn't mean that they will change. So that's another life lesson that I've learned in my 20s is I'm not gonna hold on to people that could potentially be good for me. Either you are or you aren't. Another thing I've learned is I've learned to pull every trick that I have out of the bag, like literally. So all of my skills, anything that I feel like I can do that can better me or help me or save me some coins or, you know, make anything easier for me that I'm skillful in, I'm pulling that out the bag, okay? That's the one thing I've learned. Because let me tell you something. It is not about money when it comes down to, let me put this down. It is not about money when it comes down to the things we need or want to do, or like creativity. It's not about money. Because let me tell you one thing, what I've learned about myself, it was not the moments when I had the money in my pocket because that when I was doing my best job. Because when I had the money in my pocket, I would just go in the store and just buy stuff. Like, okay, I'm just get that. I'm just buy this. I'm just do that. And you know what? It was not coming from my own creativity or my own space. It was just like, I like the way this look, blah, blah. Now, I might put something with it to kind of like spice it up. Whatever the project was. That can be outfit, party, pictures, clothing, wall art, home decor, whatever the project was. I didn't get my best projects from being or from having the money and going in the store and buying it. My best projects came from me having nothing. It came from the moments when I had to choose between if I'm gonna put this money on this or put this money on that. And that is when my skills truly came out of me, because I started to use everything I had around me, all of the skills, anything around me. My best creative projects came out of me when I choose to use nothing but my own talents to do it. So this is one life lesson I learned. Use your own talents. There are so many things about yourself. There's nobody in this world that's not skillful at something. Because, like, I feel like for me, I'm skillful at being myself. So if you learn how to be your authentic self as a person, then that is a skill, because it's hard to literally sit down, take time and go in deep and like self-inspect yourself. But when you master it and you learn who you truly are, what you really like, who fits in your space, who doesn't fit in your space, what your talents are, what you bring to the table, what you can do, all of that saves you tons of money, and it brings out the best in you. So the life lesson that I learned in my 20s, it was not about having a lot. It was like I had nothing. And when I had nothing, I was the best me. I was the best me because I made something out of nothing each time. I learned in my 20s, I learned to prioritize me. And I learned to love me first, because there were moments, and there is still moments in my life where I'm always thinking about the next person more than I'm thinking about myself. But now, after being let down so many times and being genuine to people so many times in my life and not getting any reciprocity back, I learned that, people would use your love and your genuineness and your kind-hearted. They will take your kind heart and step on it and use that, because they will take it like, okay, this person is nice. This is a really good person. She's sweet. She would do this for me. She would do that for me. And they would take that and run with it. They don't see it as, hey, I'm doing you a favor. I'm helping you because I care. They see it as, you're weaker than me, and I'm going to take advantage of you as long as you let me. But I've learned that a long time ago to prioritize myself first, because it doesn't feel good when you give your all to someone, or you help somebody when you have nothing and you get nothing back. And then they look at you and think, okay, I got over on you. And you're like, no, you didn't get over on me. But, you learn. We live and we learn. So I learned how to put me first, even if that means I have to be alone or isolated or run by myself, as I do anyways, but I learned to be alone. I learned to enjoy me. I learned to enjoy my own company. And that's more important, because when I enjoy my own company, I'm happy all the time. I've never had a sad moment being by myself. I've only had sad moments being with other people or around other people. And that's not to say I don't like being around other people. I love people. I'm a people's person. Like, I love people. I talk to people. I'm a people's person. I love people. I feel like that's why I love the camera so much, because I like to talk. I like to mingle. I like to interact with people and get to know people. And I like to let certain people into certain parts of my world, because I feel like there's like so many different parts of me that people don't know. And sometimes it'll peek through a little bit accordingly to who you are. Like, according to who you are, it will peek through a little bit. You might see some side about me that another person don't get to see. And this person might say, well, no, that's not how she is. She's like this. And the other person like, nah, she like that. Or, I act according to how you act. I know how to adapt and adjust to each person, but there's always one side of me that everybody gets. And that's the real me. That's me being real. That's the genuine side of me. That's the sweet side of me. But some people can pull out different sides in me, and it might be good and it might be bad. Just know what you're doing. But I'm a people's person. But that's not gonna stop me from putting me first this year. Any year. Like for the last 3-4 years, I've been putting me first because I feel like I deserve that. I deserve that. I don't want somebody to keep letting me down, like, or taking advantage of my kindness. Because you know when you are a kind person, you know when you are a good person. And they know too. That's why they play on you. But I'm not gonna allow that. So I learned to prioritize me and put me first. Another life lesson I learned to take care of myself. I learned to take care of my mind so I can have a healthy mind state, because your state of mind can really play tricks on you, because the mind is dumb and it really only knows what you tell it. So if you listen to somebody else that's putting something in your head and telling you, well, you're fat, you're ugly, or I don't think, you are capable of achieving that goal, and blah, blah. What you do is you take that and you put it into your mind, and then your state of mind takes that and registers it as true. And it could be false, but your mind's gonna tell you that's true because you're telling it it's true. The mind is dumb, very dumb. So if you tell your mind good things and take care of your mental state and journal, write, say your affirmations and all that stuff to yourself, then that's what the mind is going to believe. And it's that state of mind that also helps with your level of confidence, because once you start to believe these things about yourself and you're not listening to someone else's thoughts about you, then what you're doing is you're blocking that out and you're opening up and making room for you to grow. So I learned not to value other people's opinions by taking care of myself, by making sure I get up and do that mental work on myself. And when a person do come in, tell me something or feed something to me, it's a blockage there, because I build so much tolerance in with myself, and I know that this is how I feel about me. You can feel that way about me. You are entitled to your own opinion. And the person that I am, I would never stop anybody from thinking or feeling a way about me. It doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter. That's one of the things I've learned, take care of my mental state. And my body, take care of my body. I don't just hop in the shower, and get in there, put soap on me. I get in there, I take care of my body. And I do eat poorly, like this beautiful birthday cake that you see sitting here. I eat poorly, but not all the time. Most of the time I eat very healthy, or at least I try, but I don't deprive myself either. So I try to take care of it in moderation. I'm gonna be honest about that. Like, I'm not, all the way there with eating healthy, clean, but I do my best. And I try to eat healthy most of the time. But I'm taking care of my body, I'm taking care of my mind, I'm taking care of my soul, and I'm protecting myself by doing that. And by doing that creates a level of discipline for me. So I'm able to unlock other chapters in my life, because I decided to take that step to take care of my mind, my body, and my soul. And I don't care about others' opinions. I pretty much blocked them out. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm just this person that nothing can bother me, because then I'll be lying. I'm not going to say that, but I don't try to feed into what someone else tells me. I try to follow my own goal and my own thing, because I feel like that's what makes me the best me. Yeah. I learned to make time for my kids, because anything can happen at any time. And I want my kids to have memories of me. I want them to know that I did my best. I did all I could for them. They see me, they watch me struggle, they watch me cry, You know, they like my little friends. They my little soldiers. They pick me up when I need them, you know. So I'm not gonna not make time for my kids, you know. So it's like my main goal. And that was the main thing that I learned. So I used to cry a lot because I had so many kids at such a young age, and it was like, you gotta do this and you have to do that. You're not getting sleep. You know, you nursing 2 babies at one time. I was nursing 2 babies at one time and pregnant with another one, pushing one out. You know, walking around with a diaper bag, a baby on this arm, and baby, you know, it was a lot. You know, so at times I didn't appreciate my kids as much as I should have because I was so overwhelmed. You know, and sometimes I just cried. I just wanted to break. Like I just wanted to break, but I never stopped my love for my kids. But the older I got, I learned that my kids were my world and they all I have, you know, and that's why I try to do my best for them, you know. So making time for my babies. I learned to make time for my kids. I want my kids to have those memories. I want them to know that mommy loves them, you know. I get up and I create their stuff the same way I create mine. I never leave them hanging, you know, and that's what I'm supposed to do as a mother. So I really learned to don't leave your kids all the time. Don't plan things without them. It's okay to take a break, but include them into stuff. You know, I learned to love the ones who love me. And that's like really changed my life. That really changed my life because it took me from a state of depression to a state of happiness because I embraced the fact that you are a busy mom. You have a lot of kids, but you can still have a life, you know? So I learned to love my kids, and my kids love me so much. They love me back. They show me every day, every day. I learned to trust the timing in my life. So I learned to stop trying to move so fast ahead and think so far ahead and know that everything is timed in our life. So I learned to trust the timing in my life and know that things will come when it's time for me, you know? So that's one of the biggest things for me. So if I didn't get something or receive something, then I know that, okay, I got turned down for the right reasons. It wasn't for me. It just wasn't my time for that, you know? So I learned to trust the timing and to trust the process. I learned not to give up on my dreams and goals no matter what gets in my way or who gets in my way or what stops me, you know? What I feel like will stop me, I'm sorry, but I learned to carry on, chase my dreams and continue to do that, you know? Don't ever stop because nobody else is gonna stop. When you think that, you know, you can't do something, you can. You can. Sometimes it's just not the right time for you. So I learned that. Chase your dreams. Carry on, you know. Don't ever stop no matter what happens to me. Keep going. And that right there, even when I'm tired and sleepy and stressed out, I tell myself, you know where you're going. And that's the great thing about me turning 30 today because I feel like I know where I'm going now. I feel like I'm seasoned now. I know what I'm doing. I'm experienced now. So, yeah, I know what I'm going. I'm not lost. I know where I'm going. That's the best thing about it today. Like I'm turning 30 and I'm turning 30 with a passion. I'm happy. Very happy. I'm very excited, and I am so blessed that God allowed me to make it, to see another year. And I got to spend my birthday with all the people that I love the most and the people that wanted to be here. And I'm going to be bringing a lot of new things to my channel. I'm going to be coming up with a lot of new ideas, my photo shoots, and just plenty of things. So make sure you're following me at 1856 Brazier on YouTube, and make sure you follow my Facebook and all of my accounts, like my Instagram. And I'm also working on opening up another group, and that will be for, you know, just genuine people that want to connect with me on an intimate level. Like we're gonna have lives, tea talks, and more conversation topics about like all kinds of things. So make sure when I post that you guys go ahead and follow me there as well. But anyways, y'all, it's my birthday. I'm probably gonna finish enjoying. I do have to get up really early in the morning. So I'm going to probably go ahead and get my kids together. My kids are already in bed, but I mean like as far as their clothing and stuff for school, because unfortunately it is Sunday. Well, it's officially Monday now, but it's a Sunday night when I started doing my photos or whatever. I am so happy about my photos. Like,